Episode 3, bulking to 105. Just woke up, so body weight today 97.3, which might be a new PR. It's definitely heavy. Although I have also started on creatine, I didn't mention that last time. So I usually take on about 1 to 2 kilos from that. So the weight might seem a little bit higher than it actually is. But anyways, let's do a form check, physique check, to see what we're looking like. I feel like my quads have definitely gotten bigger. My arms feel pretty much the same, but I measured them recently to 43, which is like way bigger than they've ever been. So my arms are bigger than ever, though they look pretty similar, I think. So I guess that's a good sign because they look pretty lean in my opinion. And then my chest maybe looks a little bit more full, and my belly, abs, whatever you want to call it, definitely looks a little bit more full. So yeah, that's pretty much how I would say the physique has changed over the time. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to look at 102 kilos or something like that. That's my city for the best episode. Alright guys, episode 3, and here we are in the gym. I have a session here with Asbjørn, with Ditte, and with Emil here, and also another guy, Christian, is coming. Emil is one of the guys that I'm coaching. He's pretty strong. He's from 2007 and competes in the 83 kg weight class. And right here, he hits a new triple PR on the squat. I think this is like a 15 kilo PR, something like that. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. So I actually have for myself pretty much the exact same thing here, a triple at the week leading up to the last week of the block, just like Emil has. So yeah, the changes that I made technique wise in my last video, which I showed you guys there, if you haven't checked that, go check that out. Those really paid off today. It was really good squats. As you can see, I don't wear wrist wraps, which is probably the biggest change, but positional wise I'm looking really good in the squat recently. So here we have my last warm up at 200 kilos and it moves really well, so I decided to go for a PR already here in week 3 at 226 kilos for my top set. So yeah, this one technique change here was definitely the way to go. It was really good. This moved literally easier than 215 kilos did last week, which is a part of many reasons, a part of the bulk, because just being in a calorie surplus really seems to help my squat overall. But also, like, these technique changes really made the back offs here feel extremely comfortable, which is pretty much for the first time in ever. And that is really good because pretty much the more comfortable you feel, the higher like average quality you're gonna get. And when you're feeling comfortable on the lift, it's just way easier to like get good quality sets in over and over again. And that at the end of the day is what's gonna give you long-term gains. And what I've been done recently is my bench and deadlift has been going really well, and I've been feeling really comfortable in those, and my squat hasn't been going as well, and I haven't been feeling as comfortable in that. But my high bar squat has been going really well, and coincidentally I've also been feeling really comfortable in the high bar squat. So the change here from removing the wrist straps really made the difference for me as to where I can feel comfortable, I can push the squat and up to like somewhat higher RPEs without feeling pain anywhere, anything like that. And that is really like the biggest difference and what's causing this hopefully gain in momentum that I'm gonna get now with the squat, where I can continue on hitting an even bigger PR next week, and then I can continue that momentum into the next block where it's gonna be even better. And here's my last set. I had 3 sets of 4 with 15% off my top set, which is 192.5 kilos. And here Christian also spotted me. Sometimes it's just for like the moral support. I'm not in doubt that I can get the lift, but it's just like when you have a spotter, you know you have to take it serious. So that's a good way to like make sure that the back offs are good quality. And this was probably the best set, even though it was the last set. So really good. So yeah, as you can see in this video, I have lifts from quite a lot of other people than myself, from Dide and Emil and all this kind of stuff. So let me know if you enjoyed that, having to see some of my friends' lifts as well and stuff like that. Also, this case, my girlfriend hits a 80 kilo bench, which is the heaviest she has done in a very long time, and it was pretty comfortable. And she's only been doing singles for like 3 weeks, so that is really good. Now for the fun part, for the bench press. Today I had my primary bench day, which is hopefully the heaviest of the week and the best of the week. Now, it wasn't necessarily the best of the week. Monday I had probably a better session where I did the 150 kilos for a set of 6. So maybe that is just random. Maybe it is because of a lack of food coming into this session, because my rice cooker was occupied, so I had to train on one meal. So I took to the gym a little bit earlier and trained on one meal instead of waiting, go to the gym a little bit later and going into the gym with 2 meals, which could definitely have an impact on that. Could also be that the surplus that I'm in right now increases how quickly I can recover, and in the Monday session, that is actually my 3rd day of benching in a row. So maybe I'm stronger benching a little bit more there, and that could explain why I'm stronger on Monday, compared to this day where I'm fully rested, but maybe I'm a little bit too rested actually. But anyways, I'm working up to a top triple here at 170 kilos, as you will see, which is a 10 kilo PR, so it's not like it's not going well. It just wasn't exactly as good as I'd hoped for, but it is still a 10 kilo PR, which is really good. Well, actually, looking back at it now, it's still pretty good right here, considering this is a PR and this is setting me up for the heaviest bench press that I'm going to do off the block next week. This is still pretty good right here. And here we have some back off benches, 3 sets of 4 or 4 sets of 4, I can't remember, at 145 kilos, which is all pretty easy, not really much there. So let's move straight into some belt squats, where last week I ended up doing 3 sets of 10 at 120 kilos, where I failed the last rep of the last set. So instead today I did 1 set 125 and then 2 sets at 100 kilos. So a little bit overall lighter, but I think that is worth it, since now the performance of the squat, bench and deadlift is also a little bit more important. And I still did something heavier, so it's still a PR right here compared to last week. So yeah, I would actually say surprisingly easy, maybe about RP 8 for this. I can grind quite a lot on the belt squat. Typically, I will say I've added bands recently, which definitely makes me less able to grind overall. So I'm more so explosive, and I'm getting or not getting it. That's also recently when I did switch over to use the bands. It's only a few weeks after that I actually failed a belt squat for the first time. So that definitely has something to do with that. Now, last up here, I had some incline barbell press. Now, this was actually supposed to be a chest press, but I don't have a chest press in either of the gyms that I go to. So I talked with my coach and we ended up switching it up for an incline barbell press, which is pretty cool. And now for this, I get a lot of questions as to why am I arching on an incline press? That pretty much makes no sense, because it is incline, and by arching I just makes it a decline. But the thing is, what is my normal bench press? My normal bench press is flat while I'm arching a lot more there. So that is a super decline, while this is basically a flat. So compared to my regular bench, this is still a very high incline. And today I tried to keep them a little bit more like controlled mind to muscle thing. Even though they're pretty fast, I get a huge chest pump. It was actually pretty insane, and I could feel like for hours after that, where both my pecs were just blowing up. So I did 12 reps here with 105 kilos, which is a PR, but I didn't feel too good, so it's still like, I would say it's not pretty easy, but it could have been easier, so I'm still really comfortable in moving up a lot in weight next week again.